Hello everyone, this is Lois Friend and you are now Stamping with a Friend. I want to wish you all a happy 2024. It's here. I feel like it's been forever since I've been with you all, and it has been a while. I think the last time I did a video was maybe November or December. And then we got busy with the holidays and things got a little crazy. So I just had my first 2024 class last week. And today we are going to be doing those cards that we made in class last week. I want to pass all of that information on. We used the Heartfelt Hexagon Bundle that is featured on page 12 of the new mini catalog, which goes from January to April 2024. If you would like to have a catalog from me and have not received one, please let me know. You can email me, you can comment, or you can private message me on my Facebook page. My Facebook page is Lois Friend from Heart and Hands. I love this Heartfelt Hexagon. There is so much you can do with it. And in addition to it being in the annual catalog, there is an extra stamp set that is in our Celebration. And Celebration, for those of you that don't know, is about a 2-month period that Stampin' Up! Does once a year. And it started on January 4th and it will go to February 29th. And what Celebration means is that for $50 or some items for $100, if you purchase from one of our other regular catalogs, you will get an item from this special little book absolutely free. And this Heartfelt Hellos goes perfectly with the punch that comes in the bundle that I mentioned is on page 12 of the January to April catalog. So there's a couple of opportunities. You can buy the bundle and some paper and get the Celebration item for free. The paper that, the Designer Series paper that we will be featuring in all 3 of our cards today is on page 129 of our annual catalog, and it is the Countryside Inn. And it is by far one of my favorite selections of DSP. I bought several packs of that, and I really, really like it. Of course, blue is one of my favorite colors, so you can't go wrong with blue. All right, we are going to go ahead. It's going to take a little bit of time to do our cards today. So I'm going to get started. The first card is called the Twisted Technique. And it's really not hard. And I forgot something. I have to go to my desk and pick it up. Sorry about that. I thought I was ready. All right. Now, in the kits that everyone got, I had everything cut for them. But for those of you that weren't in class or that aren't club members, I will go over the measurements with you. Actually, I will put them in the comments of this video once I upload it. But the basic card is your typical 5.5. So half sheet of 11 by 8.5 cardstock cut in half. That is your basic card. And then this piece of Boho Blue is about 5 1/4 by 4, give or take a little bit. And then these little pieces that we will get to later are 6 inches. And I used, I cut these, they're 6 by 1/2 inch. And you can use, this is something that I told the girls, use your scraps. This is a great way to use your scraps. And one of the things that I have decided in 2024 is I'm going to use up a lot of my scraps. So that's why I'm looking for techniques and card designs where I use up scraps, because let's face it, we all get a lot of scraps if we are paper crafters. And okay, this is the white and the blue. And again, I will put these dimensions in the comments. The this is 2 inches by 5, and this is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder, and I'm going to run this through with my big boss here. And a lot of you have questions sometimes as to how you put things in the embossing folders. What I do with Stampin' Up! Embossing folders, I always try to line it up with the black line, and the insignia Stampin' Up! Faces up. And that is how I use, that's how I use it. And of course, that's called, the back part is called debossing. So you can use either side, but I tend to use the embossed side. And I'm gonna run it through my machine here. And I'm gonna shake the table, and I'm really sorry. Okay. Now I can move the machine out of my way, because we won't be using that anymore. See, you have a really, really pretty design. I'm not going to attach anything yet. I'm going to wait. Now, for the twisted ribbon technique, use one of these. Get my pencil out. Got a lot of little pieces here. Use one of our blotters or a ruler, whatever you have. I think you can see that now. And at every inch, I'm going to mark just a little bit of a line. Doesn't matter. And then I'm going to turn over. You'll be covering those lines up, so don't worry about that. And you're going to do it on the other side. Okay. Now, here's where the fun starts. Now you decide. With our designer series paper, we have beautiful colors and designs on both sides, and sometimes it's hard to decide. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit down and and it doesn't matter if you which color you start with, whether you start with the darkest or lightest, it really doesn't matter. And I'm just going to eyeball it first. And if there's a direction, if the tree, and I did got the tree upside down. You can watch for that if there is a specific design in it. And you'll notice I put this on my silicone mat, and that helps with not sticking, so that it doesn't stick. All right. Okay, I think I have it all ready to take down. And you're doing it diagonally. Several of the girls have contacted me since we had class over the weekend, and some of them have made some and sent me pictures, and they're all loving the fact that you can use your scraps. And it doesn't have to be designer series paper. You could mix and match with designer series paper and cardstock, or you could make it all cardstock. It really, really doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. Again, I just eyeball it first. And I use about 5 strips going down, and generally 4 strips. But if you need to fill in somewhere, you can even use the cutoff ends. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I know I say that a lot, but there really is no wrong or right way and wrong way to do it. And you can kind of eyeball it too to see where it's crossing in the middle. If you like for it to be, if you're one of those that likes for everything to be symmetrical, then by all means, do what makes you comfortable. I didn't get enough. Now, there you go. Now the next trick, excuse me, just about the time I started, my nose started running. Okay. I know, it looks like a mess, doesn't it? That's what a lot of the girls said when they started, when they had their, when they had it all designed there. That looks like a mess. And it sort of does. But you're just going to take your scissors and cut those excess off. Throw those aside. You can use them for something else if you want to. And there you go. And like I said, if you want to fill more in, you can. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you like. Okay, now we are ready to assemble. Got a little bit of a tail there yet. All right. And normally I would use my liquid glue for on this because of it being embossed, but I didn't bring that over to the table with me. I thought I was ready, but apparently I wasn't quite. All right, and then I'm gonna just eyeball that, and I'm going to put it over here on this end, but it doesn't, you put it where you want to. You can put it in the middle, you can put it over here, you can put it over here. If you want your card to open like that, go for it. Okay, now the sentiment. I'm going to, let's see, this one, it says sending love, sending you lots of love and hugs. Okay, there it is. Now, there are a couple of, there's various sentiments on this. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is, and I know I waste paper. I could watch and look and try to angle it better, but I don't. Okay, this just forms the line around it. And then you just place that in the center. And I'm going to close this up so I don't have a mess. All right. You can lay that flat and attach it that way, or you can use some pop dots, and I think that's what I'm going to do for this one. And there you go. It's not hard, is it? It's really quite easy. This, I made several, and I have made several since. This one says, let's eat cake, sending lots of love and hugs. And I have some others. Here's one, a sympathy card. And I have made some others. This one I haven't decided on a sentiment. I'll keep it, and when I need it, I'll add a sentiment anytime. And here's some that I just played around with, trying to use different things. This is the bubble bath, old olive. This is some just some designer series paper that I had. Here's one that I used some Christmas poinsettia paper, and I just used the front and back. This was the one side, and the solid piece was on the back, and embossed it with the snowflakes. And there's dozens of, you know, the ideas are limitless. Okay, that is card number 1. Oh, sorry. Okay, now card number 2 is, it's kind of like quilting or paper piecing. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the technique is, but it was a lot of fun. And for me, it was relaxing. I'm not a quilter as much as I would really like to be a quilter, but I'm not. And this is probably the closest I'm going to get to quilting. And so for this, I'm going to start with the sentiment. This piece is Night of Navy, and it goes so well, it coordinates so well with the Countryside in DSP. Okay, now I'm going to stamp that in the Night of Navy with Night of Navy ink. And again, now for this, then I'm going to punch this out. And I have little flourishes that I added after I punched it out, because I wanted to make sure that I got them in the right spot. My ink needs, my stamp pad needs re-inked. Okay, now I told the girls before they did anything else to decide and place that on your Night of Navy first. It makes it a whole lot easier as you are designing the rest of the pieces to design around the sentiment. So I like it in the middle, but there again, there is no right or wrong way to do it. And then I'm just going to start punching using paper out of the Countryside Boutique, and I'm going to use, or Countryside in DSP. And let's see, I need to trim some ends. Yeah. I can use that because I'll be cutting that bottom off. So that'll work. Let's see. All right, let's see what we have. So I'm just going to kind of go around and see. I may need some more. And like I said, you're just kind of just piecing it. Need another. Let's see. really need that. All right, I think and we might need some pieces and parts, but we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to transfer this to my silicone. It really is hard to decide what you want to use, which side of the paper you want to use. And you're just kind of mixing it up. And you can use any punch that has edges. One of the gals for the challenge, she used the hexagon punch from a few years back. And when I mentioned my challenge is what I do after my club, or after club and classes, I challenge the girls to recreate what we've done in class using the supplies they have on hand. So that's always fun to see. I love seeing what we've done in class be recreated, that my club members and class goers learn something that they take with them, something that they'll use. Okay, now I'm going to cut these edges off. Not going to throw them away because I may need to piece again. There may be some pieces that we can use. And I'm really sorry about my sniffles. I really apologize. Like I said, it didn't start until after I turned the camera on. All right. So if we want to, this already has some tape on it. Whoops. That one is... Okay, I'll add that one to that. Whoops, there's tape on it, but not right in the right place. Do that. And let's see. Some of that right there, and that way we don't have to trim down the paper, the cardstock. And I need just a little something. Right, I think I have it. Whoops. Well, I thought I had it. Put it everywhere but where I needed. There. All right, now we'll trim those down. Okay, and it's all filled in, and I don't have to trim down the navy blue cardstock. So it is ready to attach. And of course I keep, oh, there's my bone folder. You can always add bling if you want. Whoops. Sorry, I keep going out of the camera. I'm still learning how to do this. Okay, and card number 2 is finished. And you've used a lot of scraps. You've created a few scraps, but you can always add those extra pieces to the envelope. Add it to the envelope and or the inside of the card. And one of the gals was talking this weekend while she was at class, and she was talking about using making scrapbook pages. And I've got it in my head, and I'm thinking I might try to do that. And if I do, I will post it using this technique on a scrapbook page. I've got lots of ideas running around in my head. Now if I can just put them to paper. So there you have it. Like I said, this is card number 2. And as I told my card makers this weekend, card number 3, you can make in about 35 seconds. It's very, very easy. I gear my card classes to beginner to avid. I have new card makers, and then I have card makers that have been around and been making cards with me since I started back in 2007. So it's so I have to gauge my classes so that everybody can enjoy themselves. So, all right, this little strip along here is a piece of designer series paper, and it is just stretched diagonally across the cardstock. And so we're going to do that. I'll just leave enough for whatever your sentiment is. You can always put your sentiment on first, but literally that's what it is. I'm going to do that as a sympathy card, because it seems like recently I've needed a lot of sympathy cards. And I'm not sure where my Boho Blue ink is. It's around here somewhere. So I'll just use Misty Moonlight ink. Whoops. Now, I will say, I learn from my stampers as much as they learn, probably more than they learn from me. And I watched while they did various things when they were here this weekend, and I liked what they came up with on their own. And one of the ones that I did, or one of the ones I saw, whoops, on this stamp pad, or on my block. Okay. One of the things they did is, you'll notice that this is this, I just ran it along. No, I didn't measure, I just stamped. But I really liked what one of the girls did, maybe more than one. They stamped off. So this was in the full ink. Then it's, that one's after it's stamped off. And I really liked that look. Some of the girls used other stamps. Some used flowers. It was just a lot of fun to watch what they were doing. I'm going to do this the opposite. Got a little close there, but it's okay. Okay, there you have it. The card is the card front is complete. So just trim it off. Attach it. Place it on the card front. And there, I don't know, I didn't count. I don't know if it took more than 35 seconds or not, but it probably did. So, another really, really fast, quick card. You need a card in a hurry. Just use a scrap and add your sentiment and a few other little stamps here and there, and you're done. All right, 3 cards. Like I said, they're using the Heartfelt Hexagon. And this is the card we made. Okay. If you have any questions as you make these, as you attempt these, if you have any questions, let me know in your comments, ask in your comments. I do check comments, and or give me a holler at my email, loisfriend@gmail.com, or you can post your creations on my Facebook page at Lois Friend from Heart and Hands Facebook group. I would love to see what you create. Like I said, nothing makes me happier than to see you all recreate something that we've made in class. Again, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're watching this video and you're looking for a demonstrator to help you get started, by all means, give me a shout out. This is a perfect time right now if you've ever thought about becoming a demonstrator. This is a great time to do that. They always give really great bonuses. Right now, they are offering the free glass mat studio as an option if you would decide to sign up, and that is a great mat. In fact, I tried to order it during the pre-order, and they had already turned it off for demonstrators, so I hope I can get one later on. But anyway, if you're interested in being a demonstrator and you would like to be part of my team, by all means, reach out, let me know. And I think that is everything that I have for you today. It is a very snowy, slushy kind of day here in Western Maryland. So if you're experiencing that kind of weather, stay in and stamp. So until next time, have a good day, and we'll see you then. Bye.